my name is Shriparna Gangopadhyay and today I am going to present my PPT on the topic Discuss the role of teachers' communication skills in effective teaching. Why is empathy considered an essential quality for effective teaching? And explain the role of evaluation in effective teaching. So let us begin. First, I would like to explain the term effective teaching. In effective teaching, students understand the main ideas rather than just rote memorization, and they connect lessons with real life. It encourages critical thinking and creativity. A good teacher always insists students to think about their own problems and solve it on their own. It builds positive teacher-student relationships, and an effective teaching always requires fluent good communication, understanding of students' feelings, that is empathy, and continuous evaluation. It also creates an inclusive and motivating classroom environment. Moving on to the next slide, we have communication skills. So, what are communication skills? Communication is the process of transferring information in an easy and understandable manner so that students can grasp their lessons easily. It involves active listening and constructive feedback. A teacher should always be open to students' questions so that they feel free to express their opinions and ask questions while giving lessons. And also, a good communication in classroom makes the classroom environment friendly and develops trust and understanding between teachers and students. Now, there are different types of communication. First being the verbal communication. This includes explaining the lessons or speaking. Non-verbal communication includes the gestures or body language. For example, if a student answers correctly in a classroom, the teacher can show a thumbs up or can give a smile to its students. Written communication, this includes providing notes or writing on the blackboard. Digital communication, the teacher can use various educational apps or videos and images to make the lesson further interesting. Moving on to the next slide, we have role of teachers' communication in effective teaching. First, the communication should be in a very easy and simple language so that the students can understand the lessons correctly and easily. It increases student participation and engagement. When there is good communicating environment in class, students feel free to express their ideas and also ask doubts wherever needed. It reduces misunderstanding and confusion. If the teacher explains the instructions correctly, it definitely reduces mistakes on part of students. Encourages questioning and discussion. A teacher should always be welcoming to students' questions so that students become even more eager to learn. Builds confidence and motivation among learners. A good communication environment in a class encourages confidence and motivation among the learners. And definitely when there is good communication between teachers and students, it always creates a respectable, enjoyable and a valuable classroom environment. So in the next slide, we have empathy and necessity. So what is empathy? Empathy means understanding someone else's feelings and seeing the situation from their point of view. A teacher should always try to understand the reason behind a student's behavior and their emotions. And now respecting individual differences and learning needs. In a classroom, all students are different and they also learn at a different pace. So a teacher should always value this individual differences among students and provide equal opportunity to them. And also an empathetic teacher should always create a supportive and caring learning environment in class so all the students feel valued. So in the next slide, we will see that how empathy works as a teaching tool. It improves student engagement. When the teacher is understanding of students' feelings, students feel free to share their opinions, ask questions, and feel free in communicating with the teacher. It enhances classroom discipline through understanding. An empathetic teacher always try to understand the reason behind the student's particular behavior rather than punishing them. A teacher will try to understand the reason why a student is behaving like this and try to guide them positively. Promotes cooperation and respect. Empathy teaches students to be kind to each other and also promote teamwork among them. Reduces student anxiety and stress. Empathetic teacher always provides guidance and supportive feelings towards students so that they feel free and feel relaxed, especially during times of difficult lessons or exams. encourages active participation. When a teacher is empathetic, he listens to all his students' problems and guides them positively. Support students with diverse backgrounds and abilities. Now in a classroom, as we all know, all students learn at different speeds and they come from different backgrounds. They have different abilities. A teacher should never discriminate students on basis of these different abilities and provide equal opportunity to them. In the next slide, we have evaluation and its types. So, what is evaluation? It is a systematic method of assessing that how much learning has been done by the students, and also it helps measures the learning objectives are being fulfilled or not, and also it helps to identify the areas for strengths and weaknesses. Now, there are types of evaluation. First being the diagnostic evaluation. This is generally done before a lesson is started to check the previous knowledge of students. Formative evaluation. This is generally carried on while the teacher is teaching the lesson to monitor and check the students' progress. And summative evaluation is always done after the lesson, which checks that if the learning objectives are being fulfilled or not. Moving on to the next slide, we have role of evaluation in effective teaching. So it measures students' learning progress. As I told before, that evaluation is a systematic process and it is very important for a teacher to know that whether the students are grasping the knowledge correctly and their learning objectives are being fulfilled or not. It helps provide feedback for improvement. Evaluation always guides teacher to understand that which parts are missing and which part needs more improvement. It helps teacher modify teaching strategies. After evaluation, the teacher can also alter his or her teaching strategies that will help the learning objectives fulfill even more better. Identifies learning difficulties. Evaluation process always helps understand the areas for strengths and improvement or weakness. It encourages self-assessment and reflection. Now through evaluation, students can also reflect upon themselves and change their learning strategies so that they can perform even better in the next time. And thus it improves the overall teaching quality and leads to the educational development of students. And evaluation also supports curriculum planning and decision making. It is through evaluation that teachers can decide that what things should be included in a curriculum and what should not. So I would like to conclude that effective communication makes learning very much easier, clearer, and it reduces misunderstanding. Understanding students' feelings create a very nice, respectful and a valuable classroom environment, and evaluation helps to monitor whether the learning objectives are being fulfilled or not. So together, these three are very much important in contributing to effective teaching and also the holistic development of students. And next slide. Here I have added some references. Thank you.